Exercise 2-6, circular spacer. We're going to model this with Solidworks. The drawing is a circular part drawn in inches, and I'm going to set the origin at the center of the part on the front plane. Switching to Solidworks. Start a new part. Plain white. Start a sketch on the front plane. Check the units. Our units are in inches, so that's fine. And we'll start off by drawing a circular shape, and this is a 7-inch, so about 3.5 for our radius. And then we're going to have a hole in the center that's 2 inches. And I'm going to draw some construction lines to help our layout. Now you'll notice that they didn't stay centered, and I wanted to see if they would, and they did not. So in order to keep these symmetrical, we're going to go through and we're going to set up a symmetrical relationship. So we'll go add relation, and then we'll select these 3 lines, and then we're going to say symmetrical. Now it did not let me do that, so let me try it again. Okay, so I'm getting defeated. So what I'm going to do is to delete this line, and then I'm going to mirror it. Now when I put in my smart dimension, it already has the symmetrical attributes because I mirrored the part. So that's another way around getting that to work. And those are on a bolt radius of a diameter of 5 inches. You can also change that geometry to for construction right here. And the reason you want to set those line or circle attributes up as for construction is because SolidWorks will not try to manipulate those parts and to model them. And so one more circle. We'll define one of them, and then we'll make the rest of them equal. So everything's fully defined except for this circular feature. Now, what you can do if you can't figure out why it's not fully defined is to say fully define the sketch by right mouse clicking and then select the entity in question, and then having SolidWorks calculate why that isn't, and it's thinking that it needs that dimension right there, and so I'll green check mark it. I don't know why it did not attach to this, and that seems to be the problem because it's not in the center, so that's not right. And so I'm going to delete this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get this and move it here so it's coincident with that line. And that should, there we go, fully define it. There we go. So you have to zoom in to get those aspects. That's going to be a thickness of 1/4 of an inch. So we'll go to Features, Extrude Boss Base, and I'm going to set that up at 0.25, green check mark. And then if we take a look at the part, we've got this like washer on top of it that's also 1/4 of an inch thick. And so that's going to have 2.75 diameter. So we click on this face and then we start a sketch. And we'll make that a circular feature. And that's going to be a diameter of 2.75. And we'll green check mark that. And then we can also create another and that's going to be a 2-inch diameter, and then we'll extrude those 0.25. Okay, that completes this exercise. Let's add a little color to it. We'll save it. As exercise 6. And that completes this video.